presentation of the National Football League.
It has been 60 years since the Packers and Chiefs met down in Southern California in what would come to be known as the first Super Bowl. But now, at modern Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, we are counting down to Super Bowl 60. And we've got a great matchup in store. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions. Brandon gone along with Charles Davis, and what a season it's been for our AFC champions. And this was a fight just to get to the Super Bowl. You got to figure that they are very battle-tested and ready.
I'd agree with you 100% about that. You don't get there without having those types of attributes, and that's what you look for in a Super Bowl team. These guys are black for either one of those. Now they're here. Now they're ready to win.
Meanwhile, our NFC champions, they have gone through a lot to get where they are. Everybody knows their story this season. What's the key for them as they start this Super Bowl?
Let's go full cliche on this one because it works. Remember what got you here. Been a winning formula all season long. This is a team that when we saw them in the preseason, we said they look like a group that has what it takes to be a Super Bowl winning team. And we've been proven right by what we've seen throughout the season.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A 6-yard pickup.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude, and You know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now, but maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to, and he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handle winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he lost the football. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team.
Ken Walker, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it was Kenneth Walker finishing things off with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go. 11, Thomas.
Play action. It's Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Gun. Dot. Can.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Right, 80.
Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
1st and 10 at the 45.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
Here we go. 11, Mighty.
Burrow on play action. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And Higgins is going to have a Bengals first down as he'll get this down to the 40.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
They'll get this down to the 38.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Burrow will throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So on fourth down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now it's Darnold. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Here we go, set.
Walker now on first and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Darnold now to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Horton. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. Second quarter coming your way next. 7-0 is our score. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
First down, Seahawks.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He finds Smith-Njigba. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Up the middle, here's Walker. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 42 yards rushing for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl.
At the 17-yard line.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Darnold. He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Seahawks continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets around him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard.
Hey, can.
A first carry for Smith-Njigba. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's get set. Stop. Right, 80. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. Now a short one to Gesicki. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block.
Now coaches want him to catch the football first.
And he stopped immediately there. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Mike Gesicki, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And that one makes it 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it all concluded with a touchdown pass to the tight end, Mike Gesicki. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Sam Darnold going to lead his offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Hands it to Walker to begin the series. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
At the 26-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Right side, he finds his receiver, Horton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. But he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Smith-Njigba with the ground. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
First down, Seahawks.
Again, Darnold. Open man is Barner, the tight end. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Darnold a sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Seahawks go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And not much happening on the return as they get this to about the 23. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. Ball on the 27. Here's a second down and 6.
Let's get set. Right, 80.
Here's Burrow. Here's Higgins out to the right side. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bengals first down.
Now it's Burrow. Into space at the 45. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe.
11 more yards. That's another Bengals first down.
From midfield now, Burrow. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
It's second down.
Now it's Burrow. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40.
That's another Bengals first down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That pass complete. Here's Butte with it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Second down and a yard. Now Burrow. That is caught at the 7. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Back to throw again. Toward the pylon, caught. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5.
12.
A gain of 5. Brings up second and
They'll look to throw again. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
On one, ready?
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
McPherson's kick is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's second down. A final shot before the break, Darnold. And this one's incomplete. So 2 quarters in the books here in Santa Clara. The Super Bowl 60 halftime straight ahead with Scott Hanson.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, thanks very much. And we welcome all of you back here on EA Sports for quarter number 3. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Faking the give, Darnold. And he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, 34 yards. And the Seahawks will extend their third quarter lead here in the Super Bowl. Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
The kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
11.
Here's a quick throw to Higgins out wide. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
On one, ready?
It's a gain of
2nd down and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Ready, cut. Can. Turn.
An inside give, Brown. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. This time, Burrow will look to throw. And he is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Burrow will throw. Able to find Higgins. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 46-yard line.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Gets this complete to Butte. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
Here we go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but the flag comes out for interference.
And now you're set up right on the doorstep of the goal line, 1 yard away.
Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Bengals get a bit closer. So a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, what was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Walker to start the drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 84 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back to Walker on 1st down. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 40-yard line.
Here's Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 39 yards. And the Seahawks are feeling good as they extend their lead in the Super Bowl. The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
That was short one to Gesicki. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
On 1, right?
At the 37-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. Right, 80.
Here's Burrow. Got a man open. It's Chase. And Chase going to pick up a Bengals first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30. That one goes for 8 yards.
On one, ready?
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Let's get set.
Again, it's Burrow. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Now Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Back to throw, Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the fourth. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 down at the 33. Over the middle, finding Smith-Njigba. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Off of play action, Darnold. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 7-yard line.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Seahawks are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. Now Myers for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. That time a 6-play drive. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
For Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And their Super Bowl hopes are dwindling here in the fourth. That AFC crown from 2 weeks ago starting to seem like a distant memory. And this one just has not gone as they had hoped.
Stop! 180! Stop!
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
Can.
Now it's Burrow. He's going to have the hook up here to Chase. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The Bengals on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Stop!
Now Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Bengals.
Here we go.
First down.
180.
1st and 10.
Chase the motion man right. Now it's Burrow. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
Incomplete. Tariq Woolen on the coverage.
Here we go.
From the gun to give to Brown. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bengals first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
We saw that indeed, picking up the first. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Gun.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He'll look to throw. And pass complete. Here's Butte with it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 19 yards. That's another Bengals.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. Now, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make...
Nowhere to turn this to when he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. That would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
It's a turnover.
So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. He's going to go ahead and throw out the red challenge flag.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So a good challenge there. The look pretty conclusive. The feet were in, and it's a completed pass.
Here we go. Wide 80. Wide shot.
Burrow will throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
From the 9, 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5. At the Bengals 9-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shamar Stewart just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Darnold. Under pressure, they got him again. Trey Hendrickson providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go. Wide 80.
Burrow looking to pass. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
at the 37-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. Here's 2nd and 7.
To number 1, Jamar Chase. It's a pickup of 3.
They'll drop to throw.
2nd and 7.
A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to let it fly. And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. 3rd down and 1. They're going right back to Walker. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and that should just about do it.
1st down, Seattle.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Seahawks are the class of the NFL. Seattle wins the Super Bowl. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell ready to present the Lombardi Trophy to the Seattle Seahawks. They are your Super Bowl 60 champions. So that'll conclude another captivating season of the NFL on EA Sports. So for Charles Davis and all the hardworking men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying good night from Santa Clara.